Welcome students, today's topic is unit number 5 Medina Charter. We will do idiomatic translation, paragraph comprehension and story A Strange Hen, class 9th, subject English. Now coming to the first topic, which is idiomatic translation, we will do idiomatic translation of two paragraphs. Paragraph number 1, in order to create harmony and cooperation, the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam first abolished the tribal distinction and grouped the inhabitants of Medina under one general name, Ansar or helpers. He knew that goodwill and support of all the sections of people were necessary for the creation of Islamic State. He Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam knew that tolerance was necessary when different communities lived together. With these objectives in mind, the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam drafted a charter which is generally known as the Medina Charter. Now coming to paragraph translation into English, paragraph number 2, page number 42. You have to write the paragraph which I have read into short form like this. Now coming to translation. हम आहंगी और ताउन पैदा करने के लिए हज़ूर सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने पहले कबाली इम्तियाज़ को ख़त्म किया और मदीना के बाशिंदों को या रहने वालों को एक आम नाम अंसार या मददगार के तहत इकट्ठा किया। आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम जानते थे कि एक इस्लामी रियासत के क़याम के लिए तमाम तबक़ात के लोगों की खैर सगाली और हिमायत ज़रूरी है। आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम जानते थे कि जहाँ मुख्तलिफ़ तबक़ात इकट्ठी रहती हों वहाँ बर्दाश्त इंतहाई ज़रूरी है। इन मकासद को जहन में रखते हुए हज़ूर सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने एक मुसव्वदा तैयार किया जो आम तौर पर मीसाक मदीना के नाम से जाना जाता है। मुसव्वदा एक तहरीरी शक्ल में कोई दस्तावेज़ तैयार करना मुसव्वदा कहलाता है। इट वॉज idiomatic translation of paragraph 2, page number 42. The importance of next paragraph, the importance of character lies in the fact that it announces the great principles of civic equality, freedom of worship and religious and racial tolerance. This principle can also be seen in the perspective of the creation of Pakistan. Our founder Quaid-e-Azam clearly told his people in 1947 at the time of creation of Pakistan, you may belong to any religion, caste or creed. We are all equal citizens of one state. Now coming to idiomatic translation, paragraph number 2 of page number 43. You have to write down your paragraph shortly. And now coming to Urdu translation. इस मंशूर की अहमियत इस हकीकत में पाई जाती है कि ये शहरी मसावात, इबादत की आज़ादी और मजहबी और नस्ली रवादारी के अजीम असूलों का ऐलान करती है। ये असूल क़याम पाकिस्तान के पस मंज़र में भी देखा जा सकता है। हमारे बानी कायद-ए-आज़म ने 1947 में तख्लीक़ पाकिस्तान के मौके पर अपने लोगों को वाज़े तौर पर फरमाया, तुम आज़ाद हो, तुम मंदिरों में जाने के लिए आज़ाद हो, तुम मसाजिद में या पाकिस्तान की इस रियासत में इबादत की किसी और जगह पर जाने के लिए आज़ाद हो, चाहे तुम्हारा ताल्लुक़ किसी मज़हब, ज़ात या अक़ीदे से हो, हम एक ही रियासत के बराबर के शहरी हैं। Now coming to paragraph comprehension. Paragraph is taken from page number 3 and the paragraph is paragraph number 1 of page number 43. Paragraph comprehension. Read the passage and answer the questions. All the communities. What is paragraph? The paragraph started with all the communities and it ends on the Prophet of Allah, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now coming to questions. First question is, what was the duty of others if any signatory of the charter was attacked? Signatory दस्तखत कुनिंदा। अगर मिसाक पर किसी दस्तखत कुनिंदा मिसाक पर दस्तखत करने वालों में से किसी पर हमला हो तो दूसरे क्या करेंगे? दूसरों का क्या फ़र्ज़ है? If any signatory of the charter was attacked by an enemy, it was the duty of the others to defend him collectively. अगर किसी दस्तखत कुनिंदा पर मिसाक के किसी दस्तखत कुनिंदा पर कोई दुश्मन हमला करे तो ये तमाम लोगों का फ़र्ज़ होगा कि उसका मिलकर तहफ़्फ़ुज़ करें। What religious freedom was given in the charter to different communities? कौन सी मजहबी आज़ादी हासिल थी तमाम तबक़ात को? उन तमाम तबक़ात को जिन्होंने मीसाक पर दस्तखत किया था उनको कौन सी मजहबी आज़ादी हासिल थी? The different communities had been given complete religious freedom in the charter. The Muslims, the Jews, and the other were totally free to claim their religions and perform religious ceremonies openly. तमाम तबकात को ये मुकम्मल आज़ादी हासिल थी कि वो अपनी मजहबी आज़ादी के साथ जिन the different communities had been given complete religious freedom in the charter. मुख्तलिफ तबकात को मुआहदे में मजहबी आज़ादी हासिल थी. द मुस्लिम्स मुसलमान, द ज्यूज़ यहूदी एंड अदर वर टोटली फ्री, और बाकी तमाम लोग आज़ाद थे टू क्लेम देयर रिलीजन कि वो अपने मज़हब का दावा या इकरार कर सकें एंड परफॉर्म रिलीजियस सेरेमनीज़ ओपनली, और अपनी मजहबी रसूमात को आज़ादी के साथ मना सके खुले तौर पर. Question number 3. What was written in the charter about the oppressed? मजलूम के बारे में मुआहदे में क्या लिखा हुआ है? It was written in the charter that oppressed should be protected collectively. मुआहदे में लिखा हुआ है कि मजलूम की मिलकर उसका तहफ़्फ़ुज़ करना चाहिए. What was written in the charter about the decision of disputes? झगड़ों के फैसले के बारे में मुआहदे में क्या लिखा हुआ है? It was written in the charter that all disputes among different communities should be decided by the Holy Prophet सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम. तमाम मुबाहिसों का फ़ैसला रसूल पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के सामने पेश किया जाएगा. Question number 5. What parts of speech are bold words? Bold words means which are written boldly or written in prominent words. Signatory is a bold word, and it is which part of speech? It is noun. It is the naming word. Collectively is an adverb. Adverb tells us about the verb, how the work has been done. Profess is a verb. It is an action word. To is a preposition. Now coming to story, A Strange Hen. Have you heard about this story ever before? A strange hen. A strange hen means एक अजीब या एक अनोखी मुर्गी. So how the hen is strange, we will see. Once upon a time there lived a farmer. He had a strange hen. It used to lay an egg of gold daily. He sold the golden eggs to the goldsmith. Slowly the man became very rich. First paragraph. Once upon a time, एक दफ़ा का जिक्र है. There lived a farmer. एक किसान रहता था. He had a strange hen. उसके पास एक अनोखी मुर्गी थी. It used to lay देना, an egg of gold daily. वो रोज़ाना सोने का एक अंडा देती थी. Lay means देना. He sold the golden eggs to the goldsmith. He sold फरोख्त कर देना. Golden eggs to the goldsmith. Goldsmith, sunar. A person who deals in gold making is called goldsmith or sunar. Slowly the man became very rich. आहिस्ता आहिस्ता वो फार्मर बहुत अमीर हो गया. Second paragraph. He thought that the stomach of hen must be full of golden eggs. He could get all the eggs by cutting down the stomach of the hen. Full stop. The farmer became greedy. He was not contented with getting one egg daily. He wanted to get all the eggs at once. He thought that the stomach of hen must be full of golden eggs. Farmer thought that the stomach meda of the hen must be full of golden eggs. Farmer thought that there would be a lot of eggs in the stomach of hen. He could get all the eggs by cutting down the stomach of the hen. He thought that by cutting down the stomach, he can get all the eggs at once. The farmer became greedy. So he became greedy. He was not contented. Not contented. Contented means satisfied, and not contented means he was not satisfied. He was not satisfied with getting one egg daily. He wanted to get all the eggs at once. So he became greedy and wanted all the eggs at once. So he cut down the stomach of the hen. Now coming to third paragraph. So he cut down the stomach of the hen. He was surprised to see that there were no golden eggs in it. He repented upon his folly, but nothing could be done. He was very sad. He had lost a hen that laid a golden egg daily. So, what happened to him? So he cut down the stomach of the hen. He was surprised, वो हैरान था, to see that there were no eggs in it. When he cut down the stomach of the hen, there were no eggs in it. He repented upon his folly. He repented, he regrets. उसको अफसोस हुआ, उसको पछतावा हुआ. अपॉन हिज फुली मीन्स अपनी बेवकूफ़ी पर, उसे अपनी इस बेवकूफ़ी पर पछतावा हुआ. बट नथिंग कुड बी डन, लेकिन अब कुछ नहीं हो सकता था. ही वॉज वेरी सैड. ही हैड लॉस्ट अ hen दैट लेड अ गोल्डन एग डेली. वो उस मुर्गी को खो चुका था जो रोज़ाना एक अंडा देती थी. लेड, lay is a first form of verb and laid is the second and third form of verb. Now coming to moral. First moral is greed is curse. Second moral is haste makes waste, and third moral is it is no use to cry over spilt milk. So it was story a strange hen. Now coming to activity. Write down idiomatic translation, paragraph comprehension and story in your English copy. Thank you.